One Saturday, I went to get groceries and came back to see my husband coming out of our apartment. I discussed my insecurities with my husband, and he admitted that yes, he likes her for her brain. Hello, it's another week, and you're welcome to Life Stories with Bussy. Belated Valentine wishes. I hope you enjoyed yourself on Valentine's Day. If you are single and no one sent you any Valentine's gift or anything, don't worry. Being single isn't a crime, and so if you didn't get anyone to send you Valentine wishes or anyone to tell you that they love you, you need to tell yourself first to love yourself. Very important that you love yourself. If you love yourself, then you'll be able to love other people, and you'll be able to teach other people how to love you. I found out from a lot of stories that I've read that a lot of people do not love themselves. They expect love to come from outside, and when they don't see the kind of love that they think that they want, they become dissatisfied in the relationship. So love yourself first. Know how to love yourself, and then teach whoever is coming to your life how to love you. That way you would be fine, you'll be awesome, you would enjoy your life. So don't think that this point of being single is a waste. Build capacity now. Please do. Okay, today I have another story, and I would just like to dive into the story. So come along with me as we go into the world of this lady who wrote in. She didn't tell me her name, but you listen to her story and then you tell us what you think. I will tell you what I think, and then you will tell me what you think she should do. Okay, are we in agreement? Okay, so let's go. So she goes, "Dear Bussy, thanks for all that you do." You're welcome. I never thought I'd be writing to you because most times I feel sorry for those who do. Oh, it's actually that she's being empathetic, this is empathy. Especially people who have issues with their husbands. I always prided myself on having a fantastic husband. I could bet my life on it that my husband has never and could never cheat. Unfortunately, that belief is now shaking because I don't know whether he's already falling for my neighbor. Let me give you some context. He's a complete nerd. We worked in the same office until we got married. Then when I got pregnant, I opted to work in civil service because I wanted to take things slow and have time to take care of my child. I'd also grown tired of my previous job. So when my uncle mentioned he had contacts for civil service employment, I took the opportunity. My husband didn't really like the idea. He's sapiosexual, meaning that he's attracted to intelligent women. He's the kind of man that you could strip for and he won't be moved. But when it comes to intelligence, that is what moves him. Even with me, he wasn't particularly ready to commit because, to be honest, he values intelligence more than physical beauty. In fact, I was the one who practically proposed to him because it felt like a safe option, and he proved himself to be, until last year when my neighbor moved in. I don't know her marital status, whether she's married, divorced, or a single mother. All I know is that she has a set of twins. Initially, she didn't seem like a threat to me because she's not what I would call pretty like me. I know that I am a beautiful woman, even if I have to say so myself, facially and body-wise. I get a lot of validation from men, even as a married woman. The lady has low cut and wears glasses. Am I sure this lady is not me? Because on a normal day I have low cut and I wear glasses. My neighbor, is there any neighbor? Is there any neighbor? I don't have any neighbor that I'm dealing with, their husband. So thank God for that. So it's not me. Anyway, let's go on. So she says that the lady has low cut and wears glasses. What I forgot was that physical looks don't do it for my husband. Now, this lady, she mostly keeps to herself. She's courteous with me. Our children are older than mine, so they don't get to play together. One Saturday, I went to get groceries and came back to see my husband coming out of our apartment. I was shocked. He explained that she and her colleagues had a meeting in his office the day before, and he discovered that she was in tech too. My husband is the tech guy. First, I accused him of not telling me about their meeting. Then I told him that it didn't look nice for him to go to her apartment alone. He scoffed and said he didn't know why I was making a mountain out of a molehill. He insisted that whatever he discussed with her was purely business. I tried explaining to him how people could perceive it, and that was when he got upset. He said he didn't care what people thought, and that I had become so enmeshed in the civil service culture that I didn't think logically anymore. Of course, he has always had an issue with civil service, believing that it isn't intellectually challenging. Abba, your husband should stop now. The intelligent people in civil service, what does he think? Who does he think that he is? Anyway, let's continue. After sorting it out, I realized that he was always mentioning her name in conversations when discussing work. One time, he was going to her apartment and asked me to come along, which I did. She was extremely nice to me, though I was mostly in front of the TV while they discussed their tech jargon. Later, I complained to him about how they left me sitting in front of the TV like a little child when they talked. At that point, he got upset. He said that I'd complained about him going alone, so he took me along. And now I was still complaining. He asked me to decide what I wanted because he wasn't going to entertain my insecurities. He also asked why I didn't chip into the conversation if I felt sidelined. Of course, I couldn't because I didn't understand what they were saying. I don't know if it's just me, but he seems so excited when he talks to her on the phone. I see how he beams and grins when he sees her every morning as they're about to drive out. They leave the house at about the same time. Recently, his car had an issue, and he opted to ride with her instead of taking an Uber. When I suggested he take my car, he said he'd rather the children were comfortable since I do school runs. The other day, I tried to ask the woman about the father of her children, but she laughed and said, if I thought she was coming on to my husband, I had nothing to worry about. My husband was safe with her. I tried to tell her that that wasn't what I meant, but she said she was too smart to miss the reason behind my curiosity. After that, I felt really stupid. I asked my husband about her marital status, and he said that it was none of his business and I didn't think it was mine either. I have Googled her, but all I could find were her professional qualifications on LinkedIn. The fact that she's so intelligent and has worked in big multinationals in management positions scares me. Don't kill yourself, oh. Don't kill yourself. Better stop this. Stop it. Stop this. Don't do that. Stop cyber stalking her. Stop it. Last week, I discussed my insecurities with my husband, and he admitted that yes, he likes her for her brain, which according to him is just how he is. He enjoys having intelligent conversations. He told me that I had no idea how much this woman had helped elevate his career in such a short time, even helping him close a multi-million-dollar business deal. He insisted they only discuss business, never personal matters, but I'm still not comfortable. I'm beginning to dislike her and don't even want to see her. I feel like she might be looking down on me. That's you. After my conversation with the neighbor, I noticed that she started attending to my husband outside her apartment instead of inside. She also began leaving home earlier than my husband. One day, I overheard my husband complaining after trying to call her. He said that it seemed like she was very busy because he had been trying to reach her on the phone without success. So at this point, it's my husband that is looking like he's the one interested in her, and she's not giving a green light yet. I spoke to my friends about it. One said I'm just being insecure. The other one said God gave women intuition, and if I'm not comfortable with their relationship, then I'm probably right about them. You know how they always say on social media, don't put your trust in Adam. What do you think, Bussy from Worried Wife? Dear Worried Wife, thanks for writing in. I appreciate you for writing in. I think both of the friends are right. The one that said that you're being insecure, and the one that said that God has given women intuition. Yeah, the both of them are right. I'm going to build a line between what both of them said. Your feelings are valid, but are they based on facts? Your feelings, very valid, very, very valid. It's your marriage, and so you should protect it, you understand, at all costs. If you feel that someone is about to encroach on your marriage, or you feel that proper boundaries are not set between certain people and it's going to affect your marriage, you should actually talk out. You should raise it up. You should actually raise it up. It is clear that your husband values intelligence highly, and this particular woman meets that standard. And if he is attracted to intelligence, it means that he could actually take it further. You understand? Because it's an attraction. People who are like that, people who are supersexual, are people who like cerebral people. They like to discuss intelligent things. When he keeps talking to this woman, they keep on talking. Yeah, they might be talking business initially, but then it can move from talking business and then they begin to get personal. So from there, they could actually begin to develop other feelings, and it could lead into a relationship, right? So now you should begin to drum in boundaries. Begin to drum in boundaries for your husband. Like, see, guy, you cannot pass this boundary. This is beginning to get too much. I get where you are going to, and I understand perfectly. Because yes, you might say that, oh, the man has not cheated on you in 8 years that you have been married, but it can start one day. I am not saying that it's going to start, but it seems as if this guy has met somebody that he suspects, somebody that I can talk to, and this woman has even gotten to the extent of helping him to secure some business deals or things like that. So definitely he admires this woman, and I mean, if you do not nip it in the bud, the possibility of him falling in love with the woman is high. So I get where you're coming from. Yeah, I do. However, has he crossed any real lines? Because I feel that your husband is being sincere with you, and that's why when you complained that he went there alone, he decided to take you along so that you could see that this is what we are discussing. And I think that this other lady too, that lady must be very, very smart. She read you, and you don't know where she's coming from. Like you said, you don't know her marital status. You don't even know the demons she's fighting. You don't know where she's coming from. You don't know whether she's just coming from a divorce or she's coming. You don't know her. You guys, you don't really know anything about her apart from the fact that she's intelligent. So you don't know where she's coming from. You don't know the demons she's fighting. You don't know anything about her. The truth is, she might not really be interested in your husband. I even doubt she is. And this woman is very smart because she could read you. And he started putting boundaries in place immediately. I guess that she talking to your husband outside and not really picking your husband's calls, and then she leaves the house earlier than your husband, means that she's taking the steps to kind of draw boundaries so that she does not hurt you. So, yeah, the way she looks, it looks as if she's a no-nonsense lady. She's sweet and all, but she's not interested in that drama of maybe you and my husband are dating, and so she's trying to put boundaries in place. You know, that's what I think about the woman. So I think it's okay to be uneasy, but don't let your insecurities cloud your reality, because you are beginning to build resentment against the lady, and very soon you will pass that same resentment to your husband, and then you start having issues, and then you will trace it back to this woman. Meanwhile, you were the one that started it. You were the one that started thinking things. You were the one that started overthinking things, you get. Because if your husband says to you that it doesn't have anything to do with her, that it's just business, and you've heard their phone conversations, you've gone to the house, you've heard their conversations, I think that you should trust him. Because if there's no trust in marriage, then what's the point? And this is somebody who hasn't given you any reason to doubt him before. So I think that you should trust him because of what he said. Because it is possible that this resentment that you have built against this woman that is not sending you, you would resent her, you will resent your husband, then you start to fight because of this woman, and this woman has no clue. It's obvious she doesn't want to be part of your drama. Do you get? So do not let your assumptions get the best of you. Don't let your assumptions get the best of you. If your husband says to you that you should trust him, then do trust him. Because sincerely, how long more do you want to start checking things about this woman? You are checking a lot of things about her. You are following her, checking her on LinkedIn, checking about all the things, and then you are making yourself miserable. Why? Why do you want to do that? I don't think that is worth it, really. Because even if you find out that your husband is dating her, what are you going to do? What? So why are you looking for something that is not lost? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should not protect your marriage, but I'm saying that you should not kill yourself trying to do that. I'm saying that if there are no real lines that have been crossed, you have not seen them together, your husband has told you that this is purely business, the woman has tried to move, you said that from your own talk, you're saying that you think that your husband that is falling for her and the woman is not giving a green light yet. So if the woman is not giving a green light yet, your husband is you. It's you that you should talk to your husband. It has nothing to do with the woman. You're focusing on the wrong person. The woman has no business with you. You're focusing on the wrong person. That's one. Then I think that you yourself, you need to do a lot of building confidence in yourself. You said that your husband was hesitant settling down with you, and you were actually the one who did the proposing. So I think that somewhere deep down you feel inadequate. You feel that you don't meet up to his standard. You feel that he's out of your league. Okay? And so the appearance of this woman who seemed to tick his box is threatening you. No. So I think this is insecurity, and this is about you. See, what you need to do, and you need to do for yourself, is build confidence. Build confidence in yourself. Yeah, your husband likes intelligent conversations. You might not like tech, and you might not discuss tech, but make sure that you look for topics. You need to upgrade yourself, build capacity, and try to upgrade your knowledge about a lot of things that he likes, that you can discuss. So if you know that you're not doing enough communication, you're not communicating enough, we know that good communication is very important for a successful marriage. So you need to have conversations with him. You need to have conversations apart from, children talk, apart from I love you, I don't love you. Build capacity and knowledge in the knowledge of the things that he likes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be tech. If there's some other things that he likes, you can discuss it. You can find a way to discuss it. This is what I do. I try to have a knowledge of everything. I don't necessarily need to like that thing, but I like to have a knowledge of everything, so that when I get into a gathering of people who are talking about a certain thing, even if I don't have like 100% knowledge of that thing, I have a certain percentage, and I'll be able to chip in the conversation, and I can pick from what they are talking about and then add to that knowledge that I have. You get to be able to discuss that particular topic in another place another time. So I learn different things. I try to have, for instance, I don't like football, but because I have people around me who loves football, my son loves football, I don't have a choice than to sit down and listen to what he says. He will tell me things about Liverpool. I also have to find out things about Liverpool. He'll tell me things about Mohamed Salah because he likes Mohamed Salah. I started trying to find out things about Mohamed Salah. You get, because my son likes football, but I do not find it interesting. But because he loves it, and because I know that I have to have a discussion with my son, I started learning about football. In fact, I started taking him to the sports academy. I sit down and I watch his football. Why? Because he loves it. You get? So when I'm talking to him, we talk on that level. He tells me, oh, Liverpool is playing a match today. And I'm like, oh, I get interested. I'm like, oh, what are they playing with? It's not that I know who they are playing with. I don't even know the names of the club. But hey, the boy loves it, so I love it with him. And that's how you should build capacity. Make sure that you find things that he likes. It doesn't necessarily have to be tech. If you don't know tech, it doesn't necessarily have to be tech. Just make sure that to a certain degree or some things that he likes, and have that discussion to close up any communication gap. Okay? I said earlier that you need to build confidence. And I wrote it down here that you describe yourself as beautiful and admired, but you also sound like you are measuring your worth based on external validation. Remember that confidence comes from within. Confidence is from within. Your husband was drawn to your intelligence and personality when you first met. So I don't think that your husband would have moved forward to marriage if he felt that you didn't have anything in your head. If he felt that you were a dumb person, he wouldn't have gone ahead. Whether you pushed him or not, whether you proposed to him or not, he would not have gone ahead. So I feel that there's something that is so in you. And even though you feel like you are not that intelligent in quote, I think I see you that way. He moved to marry you. It means that somewhere, you are intelligent enough to be able to capture him. Okay? So I think you should work on all these things, because the question I would like to ask is, what aspect of yourself have you stopped nurturing? What have you stopped nurturing? Like, what have you given up on? Like, are there things that you used to do before that you don't do any longer? Because there's a tendency for a woman to to just relax. You've been married for 8 years, like you said, and there's just a tendency for you to just relax and not do too much like you used to do any longer, because maybe you're occupied with a lot of things, children and all that, and then you have pushed your husband to the back burner like it will be all right. So if there are some things that you have stopped nurturing, you need to go back to nurturing those things. You have to find a way to develop yourself professionally, emotionally, and intellectually, you understand, so that you can begin to develop value on your own. Doing that and building confidence is not because of your husband, it's because it's something that you need to do for yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? So that when you step up somewhere, you won't withdraw into your shadow because of some certain people. You don't feel like, this person is talking to my husband. Is it that? What are they talking about? And start doing all these things, trying to find out information about. No, because if you are confident with yourself, it shows you carry yourself with respect, with dignity. Even the person that you are living with, the woman self, will respect you. It's very important. It's very important. People can read these things. If you come up with a lot of confidence, people will respect you. But if you don't, people can read it, and they will give you the kind of disrespect that you don't want. So, my final words, please stop checking out this woman. Leave her. This woman, I don't think you are a problem. I don't think that's your cup of tea. Stop stressing yourself about this woman, checking her on Google, going to LinkedIn, scaring yourself. Woman, you rise up and do your thing. Focus on your husband. Focus on your husband. And let him see you as that intelligent wife that he married, that he was attracted to from the beginning. Okay? You need to build your confidence. That's what I think. So I think, like I said, your two friends are right. Yes, it's not wrong for you to think these things. Yeah, it's not wrong. Possibility that things can happen. Even somebody that has not cheated for 8 years, some things can happen and then a person goes to cheat. If they've not crossed the line, if there's nothing that is crossing the line, do not assume, because if you start to assume things, you start to take it out on your husband, and in taking it out with your husband, you get more frustrated. So you don't want to do that. Build your confidence so that you too, when you stand, they will know that somebody is standing. Okay? So guys, what do you think about this story from Worried Wife? She will be in my comment section. I will be there. I'm expecting to see you engage. Till next time when I come your way again, my name remains Bussy David. Bye.